get to your accounts, you're going to see that when you click on your link, you're going to have very, very basic blog post format. Pretty dry, not much going on. That's just out of the box. To edit your website, you're going to add at the end wp-admin. This is going to bring you to your back end of your website. Now, like Blogger or any of the others, you can edit your posts as if it was a blog for Blogger. Hello World corresponds with Hello World. See? So if I edited Hello World, I can add stuff to it. I like school. Update, refresh. I like school. But we're making websites, not blog posts. So we're going to get to it. Essentially what you want to do is look at your appearance. So it's good to start with themes. You're given 3 basic themes that you can work with. For example, the 2017, you can preview and, well, activate. Or you can add themes from an assortment of online themes available to you from WordPress.org or other websites. And it's a matter of preference and style. You could search by popular, latest, featured, or style. So if you're looking for, newspaper, you're going to get newspaper. That's how it's done. Pretty cool, right? You can preview the theme, and the previews don't always work out because they're not formatted correctly. In order to change that over, in order to make it a website, it's one simple click by going over to Customize, Homepage Settings. Instead of blog posts, which is a blog, we can switch it over to static page, and we can determine what page we want to make our homepage. Now, all we have is sample page, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. When we go back to our themes and we preview them, we'll see them as if they were our website, not the blog post. So it's important to do that change before you go checking out your theme. When you have selected your theme, you can click Activate and Publish here, or you can do Install, Activate, Publish your newer themes. So install means you don't have it yet, you need to install it, then you activated it, and then you can publish it. So let's try this one, for example. I'm going to install it, activate, and now if I go back here and refresh, I will see there's my super cool website. Voila. Sample page has sample information just to kind of get you started. There's this annoying side panel that you can get rid of. You can also add panels. Each theme has its own abilities and flavor. So each theme will have a tutorial most likely associated with it. If you go to theme details, you may be able to find their website and find their tutorials, which is nice. But a lot of them have the same basic idea. You can click Customize, and you have a list of, quick things to change, like your background image, for example. Welcome area, if you have, Each theme will have different things, and I keep clicking the wrong thing to come back to. My bad. I should be able to just blog options, make some changes, click the back arrow. My apologies. Font colors, you can change your colors. Pretty slick, right? And I pressed the wrong button again. Please don't do that. It's much easier to hit the back arrow. General information, image, and so forth. You will find that this is kind of the first stop for getting your website moving forward. And then it's up to making pages. So if you go to pages, you will see your list of pages. Much like blog post, it has the same look in the back end. You have an edit, quick edit, trash view. If you do edit, you can come in here, remove the original sample page content, which I highly recommend, since it's your home page, and make it your home page. Over on the right-hand side, you have various tools for what happens if you press this block. What can you do to it? You can change the font size. You can color code it, change it. There's some CSS changes. Look at that. Look at that. You can modify your CSS if you're into that. You can add links. You can duplicate. You can, these little boxes. This is a new thing for WordPress, basically. If you wanted to, copy this box and reuse the blocks in the future. You can edit the HTML. Remember, paragraphs, look at that. You can actually do your own HTML. If you want to put a video in here, you can do an iframe. You can customize however you want. So yes, there's abilities to change the HTML as well. Pretty slick. Add blocks here on the top if you want. Got a new page if you like, a new post, new page, right? So essentially, when you're done, you click update, come over and refresh to see your changes. Well, I didn't do anything, so you're not going to see any changes. Now, across the top, we have one tab in this particular example, the home tab, which brings just guess where? Our home, our sample page, right? If we wanted to add more pages, we can come over to pages. We can add a new page. If you would like, let's do an about page. All right. And we can start writing stuff. I am cool. And this will be your information about your website, about your organization. Publish. Come back. Refresh, and look, we don't see the page, so there's a problem there. Well, not really. It's published, but we have not made any kind of link to it. My apologies, I'm clicking around too much here. We want to go to menus, and here are on the left hand side, you can see I have about and sample page. My menu has sample page, about, sample page. But I'm not seeing it. My default menu is not being visual. I believe in this case, what we need to do is we need to come over to the theme customize, correct? And we want menu. Check this box to show the nav bar at the top. Publish. Refresh. Oh, and it put it way up top here, but the about did show up. So that's an option. Didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to go back, uncheck that, hit publish. Refresh. Oh, it did show up. It just took a while. But it's there. So I have an about page, which says I am cool, and I have a home page, which says I'm not. So pretty simple way to make pages. Plenty to customize. I'm going to ask you all to customize. There is a pro version of this website, which costs money. Website templates are not expensive. If you decide someday along the lines you want to upgrade, you may. I would not recommend it on our Frontier Regional account because, well, I'm going to delete these after June. So please consider your own hosting if you want to do that. But for now, use the free version. There's all kinds of different options here. The next thing I want to show you is the widget section. Widgets, see? So that involves the sidebar primarily. You know, that annoying sidebar I was telling you about? You got metadata, categories, archives, posts. This is largely useful, these things, for blogs when we want to get rid of those, okay? So to get rid of those, you're going to go over here and just simply, well, keep search. Search is nice. Recent posts, no, we're not using Blogger, so you can delete that. We're not using blogs. When you're doing a website, remove stuff that's related to blogs unless you decide to use blogs at some point. So click delete, it goes away. Recent comments, I don't care. Delete, go away. You can also instead of do delete, you could also drag over here. That also works. All right. So I left a search bar. I have nothing in my footer. I have nothing in my footer. I have nothing in my footer. What is a footer? Well, that's the bottom of the page, this area down here. It's always good to have basic information about your contact info, perhaps. So you're going to drag that down here. Title, address, phone number, email address. Easy peasy. It auto saves, by the way, when you drag it over. So when I refresh, I should see that in my footer. Well, I didn't fill it out yet. Obviously, you can fill it out. So I can do hello and then home address. I'm not putting in an address. I'm going to just click save just to demo this. Hit refresh. Scroll down to the bottom. There we go. Nice little icon that comes with it. Pretty snazzy. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can do display a video, text, photo gallery. Those are nice. Audio. No idea what that's going to do. Some kind of audio player. All right. So widgets. And you can, if I slid this over to footer B and hit refresh over here. Okay, actually, let's double check to make sure that's saved. It is. It might take a second. Hit refresh again. Okay, I'm hoping this would move, but it doesn't. Some of these websites have a map, too, that show where everything goes with the widgets. Your theme might also recommend plugins. Plugins is a whole nother world of cool stuff. Plugins allow you to add an anti-spam feature. You can add a login CAPTCHA, for example, and countless other things. It just goes on and on and on. Well, like I said, WordPress is huge. They got all kinds of user-generated stuff, and each plugin has its own tutorial associated with it, and they do simple things. You want to do e-commerce. WooCommerce is very popular. This particular one is not it. This is a PDF invoice, whatever. You want to do social media buttons. So let me just show you really quick where this is all coming from. Because this is an installed WordPress on a host, you have access to WordPress.org functionality. That's all this free stuff. SEO, templates, and so forth, on and on and on. So if I go to themes, there are all the themes. I can also type in WordPress themes, and there are third-party sites that have WordPress themes that are available to you with demos and explanations. You can demo, download, host, get hosting, and so on. So themes, there's quite a bit. Honestly, I wouldn't probably want to get rid of this sidebar altogether. It's not my favorite. So first I would go to widgets. I'm going to put the search in my footer. And then I believe I can go to pages, go to my sample page, and under edit, I can change my template to front page or full width. We'll try front page. Refresh. Now, depends on the template. The front page may have a very, very specific look to it. If you change it to front page, it will look that way. In this case, it did not, or maybe I have to hit refresh one more time. No. So I'm going to go with full width, update, refresh, and I believe this should refresh to full width, but it's not. Again, there's a little bit of quirks, but you can kind of work it and make it work. And that's basically what you need to do. You need to work it. You can add users to your website, so if you want someone else to work on it. And back to the home page dashboard, which you'll always notice gives you tips and tricks, gives you event news about WordPress developers in your area. You can change further settings, menus, plugins, you name it. It'll all show up here on the side. Good luck with your site.